one thing I want to, I think day before yesterday I was teaching this universal coaching ideas.
Yeah.
They were talking about the sanskar in this value education. So does sanskar means only, what is that, like commitment, all that they are putting some words, like commitment, helping others, all that. Does it mean only this, there are anything else you can add?
See, sanskar is what education is supposed to give us. What do education give us? What is how to take care of our fellow beings? That is one. That is part of our yoga. Yoga, not physical yogasana, I am saying. For me, yoga is not asanas at all. No monkey's job. I have got a small YouTube put there. In my YouTube, you can look at yoga is not monkey's actions I have written. Because I don't believe in putting your head down and standing when God created you to stand on two legs. So that's not yoga for me. That's yogasana. Yoga is yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, samadhi. So what is sanskar? The first two and the last two are actual, last three are actual sanskar. Yama is non-violence. How to become peacefully in you, yourself. Some matured person, when we say how this person is a good samskar, he will not react to situations, he will do passionate, compassion, empathy, good attitude. All that comes when you can control yourself. Jumping out in anger is what makes a lot of people upset, right, around you. They themselves become upset, they make others are also upset. So we say that's a bad samskar. So Shiksha education gives you a right to live. What is the right living? Be with the yoga with. Yoga is union. Union is join with the society. Join with God. Yama, niyama. Niyama is what? Self-discipline. Suppose somebody asks you to be in your class at 4 o'clock. Shivanagaya knows. For not my program. Any program, wherever webinar is to be attended 10 minutes before. Say today I have got somebody calling me. I said 5 o'clock I know this session is up to 5. I said I am free only after 5:20. I don't want them to call after 5 you call. No, I will not tell. 5:20. So I am checking whether they are punctual or not. In 20 years my service, I never went late into my office. Government service, you can imagine. Can you see somebody who is disciplined like that? So that's my punctuality. Somebody has written time management. I am stupid fellow, don't talk about time management at all. Many management people talk about time management. How can you manage a time which is not in your control? Time is not in your control. How can I manage somebody who is not in my control? So what can I manage? I can manage my activity. It is not time which I am managing. My activity management. That's a good sanskar. Keeping neat and clean. That's a sanskar. So, neatness is part of our. That is what we say yama, niyama. Forget about asana, pranayama. Pratyahara. How do you control your indriyas? Controlling indriya means don't look there is not what I am saying. You can see but you don't react. You hear but you don't react. That is what is indriya control. Because indriya is open. Your control is what you are controlling. That is in your control. That's also sanskar. You have to speak where you have to speak. Don't speak where you should not speak. That's a great ability. Some places you have to speak. Speak. Some places don't speak. Where you have to show your power, show your power. Don't show your power, keep quiet. Don't worry. Let that happen as it is. That's it. I have thrown my stone. I am not worried about how the ripples are made there. I don't care. When it comes back to me, I will see. Do you have that patience? Or are you worried about something happening? So inside your worry comes because your concern is on unnecessary thing. Why you are worried about unnecessary thing? That is because you are not filled with your time. You have to fill activities with your time so that you don't have time to think about something else. I worked with the Prime Minister Manmohan Singh. I was in Prime Minister's office. I have seen how people at the highest level work. They don't have time for small things. We are busy. Just before the lecture, I finished 1.5 hours of telephone talk with somebody. Soon after this, again, I have got a schedule. 7 o'clock, I have got something else on pharmacology. So, keeps on busy. Where do you have time about thinking what went wrong, what went right? When you are doing, do it right. That, now when somebody says, immediately I answer. WhatsApp call, when WhatsApp message comes, you try. Immediately I will answer. Somebody says, how do you have time, sir? Suppose I don't send immediately, what am I doing? I am thinking that I am going to be free after some time. How can I see that I am free after some time? Because my expectation is every time I am busy. So a person who is busy every time, what they will do? They will finish their job at that instance when it has to happen. I don't delay. I have seen some of the faculty members where I send a message, no reply at all. As if they are too busy. As if we are not busy. Now, see what happens is they think they take it for granted. They think that no, not delaying my answer shows that I am too busy. Actually, it is wrong. When you immediately respond, that shows you are too busy tomorrow also. Assume if today's work I postpone tomorrow, what will happen? I am thinking tomorrow I am not going to get a new job. Should that be my response? I must see today I am busy, tomorrow I am more busy. Every day I must add work. That is my ability. Because today's experience is added, I will be able to do it much faster. Then I must get more job. That is sanskar. Individualistic fine tuning to give benefit to anybody else as a human being, as a social being. How to help somebody else. That should be my aim. Keep on doing it. I am sure for such people, plenty of work will come. When you get plenty of work, you will become so active, you will not feel tired at all. Can you imagine? I have given lecture 48 hours continuous, non-stop. 6,500 students at a stretch in Anandapur. When I went for a program, I asked some of my volunteers in engineering college to arrange a program. 100 volunteers. What they did is, they went to different schools and collected people. When they came all together in the arts college in Anandapur, 6,500 children. If I give a half an hour break, collecting them back will take another 3 hours. So non-stop I continued 6.5 hours. So in life, your time, your activity, your presence of mind, your sharpness, buddhi, your manas, your atma, your physic, your spiritual social impact has to happen in whatever subject you are teaching, whatever work you are doing. All that together represents your sanskar. Maybe a half an hour lecture or 1 hour lecture looking at somebody, you must understand, oh, this person is of this sanskar. Maybe somebody else, you know, this person is of this sanskar. We will know them. Every individual has that ability to understand the others. We know how to place people also. So they will keep that in mind. It's a wonderful question.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Somebody else. This was Geeta from MBA department from KLH, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Dr. Geeta. Yeah. Next. There are 44 people. I love to see you. I will love to hear your questions. Don't think that is your beta classroom where you keep talking and then students will not respond. Yeah? Next. I'll wait. I want a lot of questions. I don't believe that you are all people who don't have your views. You could also express your views. And then we can have a dialogue. It should not be a one way, which I don't believe. Since I have given 3 hours, I thought I will talk one hour, little more. With all the questions, I spoke 1.5 hours. That's good enough. So, in fact, my delivery was only 1 hour. So, I want 2/3. That's what I do. When I have got 2 hours, I'll speak only 40 minutes. The rest is given for discussions in any classroom. Yeah. Come on.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Can you show your
My
face?
name is Vijay Lakshmi.
It is, I am seeing Akashavani. Yeah.
No, sir. Actually, there's no power here, so I'm not able. Probably the screen is dark.
Vijay Lakshmi, don't worry about electricity power. You are powerful, that's good enough. Many people keep asking me, why are you not using PowerPoint presentation? I said, I have powerful points. I don't require PowerPoint presentation.
Okay.
Yeah. Which department, Vijay Lakshmi? From where? Which campus?
I am from Hyderabad, sir, and I am from the HNS team.
Which department? HNS?
HNS, yeah, Humanities and Science.
Which department inside that?
Sir, I'm a psychologist by profession. I'm not a teaching faculty actually.
Okay. I am also a psychotherapist.
Nice to know, sir. By
Yeah.
your speech, I could understand that.
Yeah, but I don't
So
belong.
I'm able to relate.
Though I have got a Western degree, I practice Yoga Vasishta.
Okay.
That was Rama psychologist. Vasishta was the first psychologist. And the patient was Rama, Sita's husband, if you don't know Rama. Yeah.
Sense of humor is wonderful, sir.
Yeah, tell me.
Sir, I actually have one thing that I don't understand. When
Yeah.
you are making a decision,
Hmm.
every time that you make a decision,
Yeah.
do you go in favor of your own self or do you go in favor of your nature?
What is your self? What is your nature? Can you separate them?
Right, sir. So what I'm trying to ask is, when I'm looking at making one decision, will I look for what's in it for me, or should I look for the greater good, which is how does it help the society?
You tell me where is the desire comes from?
Sir, it's a tough question, sir. Desire, as in.
Yeah,
if-
I wanted to do something. That wanted to do comes from where? Is it coming from the buddhi or the manas? I will give you option. Because today people want option. Without that, nobody answers. Does it come from the buddhi or manas?
I think it comes from manas.
Yeah. Understand, Western psychology doesn't have this word manas.
Correct.
But Bharatiya Sanskriti has got manas.
Correct.
Vijay Lakshmi has not given your manas to anybody else. Then what happens is, you want to eat something that comes from the manas. Do buddhi agree with that or not?
Sometimes yes, sometimes no.
Yeah, that is called internal conflict. That internal conflict is what you are asking now. Should I do it or not to do it?
True, sir.
So it is not nature and society requirement. It is manas and the buddhi.
Okay.
Actually, manas is always human. We have empathy, sympathy, grief, sadness, happiness, everything is a feeling. The feeling is inside our manas. But internally the logic will come. The logic is what is buddhi. The buddhi will tell you, no, I should not do it. Assume one of my colleague who is working or who worked with me in some place met with an accident. Immediately what is my manas will say?
I should go and help you.
Yeah. But then immediately my buddhi will say, yeah, if before I go, definitely ambulance would have taken him to ICU. If I go to ICU, I cannot even see him because it's closed. What is the purpose of going? So let me see when he come back to the colony, I will see it. In his house, in the apartment, the last time I visited, he was perfectly all right. Let me see him lying with all the diseases and fractured leg and maybe the tie on the head and all that. I will see him. What is the guarantee he will come back or he will die there itself? But our logic will justify. Should I do it now? Or should I do it after my tomorrow? There is a lecture, morning session. Afternoon I am free. Afternoon I will go. Who will tell this? Does it given by the manas or the buddhi?
I think that logic is what the brain does.
Yeah, the brain understands mathematics class, understand my counseling, understand the auto fare, understand whether there is corona, should I have to drive, somebody will come and then maybe my friend will come, I will ask him to pick him up. All that logic is in the buddhi only, not in the manas.
Correct.
But then assume you miss seeing him and he ICU, when somebody goes admitted, they will go ICU only and nobody will see them after that. And I am not able to see him alive. Don't we feel so bad that that moment itself I should have gone?
True.
But assume that by the time I reached in that hospital, I found that nothing happened, not much. He was discharged and he went home. That time also we will feel, I should have checked. Why should I run?
Sir, but that leaves me with more satisfaction and happiness that he is fine.
Yeah, so some people, generally what it says is, ladies have good heart. That is why you gave that answer. And you know what gents think? Gents think that they have good head, not have. Think that they have good head. They will become so logical. That is where the conflict happens. And Nelson Mandela said, in same human being, two H cannot exist. Heart and head cannot be in same person because there is always a conflict. But you know what Bhagavad Gita says? Uddharet atmanatmanam atmanam avasadhayet atmaiva hyatmano bandhu atmaiva ripuratmanaha. Lift your manas to the atma level. Lift your head also to the atma level so that atma will decide what is to be done. After some time, I told you, after some time you are telling, that is what you said, the self. The self is actually the Atma. The Atma is like a Brahman who don't understand anything, who says, I should have gone. Same Atma sometime will say, I should not have gone. Not at all needed. I should not have told this. I should have told this. I should not have eaten this. I should have eaten this. Small murchi bhaji also. Immediately the smell, Indriya, is controlled by the Manas. Manas is also controlled by Indriya. The smell is good enough, mirchi bhaji. Immediately you will grab it. But then you will remember, last time when I ate, I had a stomach pain. So don't eat. And you will start compromising. What to do, what not to do. Dilemma. After eating, your own Atma will say, I told you, you should not eat. If nothing happens, the same Atma will say, it's okay to eat. Who said? Nothing happens to you. Last time there was some other problem, not this. Oil was not good. This is a different shop. Oil is very good. See, you start justifying. Who is this justification? So there is a lot of internal communication happen between Manas, Buddhi and Atma. How do you stop this? That is Atmiya Purusha. That fluctuation should not happen. That is what is spirituality. When you get into spirituality, you are not prompted by the smell. Indriyas are under control. The smell will be there, but I don't care. If I come to Vijayalakshmi's house and Vijayalakshmi asks, do you like to have coffee? I will say no. Sir, will you have? Yes, I will have. What does it mean? I don't like to have, but if you give, I don't mind having it. That is called the attached detachment, detached attachment. That gives you permanent happiness. That is called Sthita Prajnavastha. Dukkheshu anudignamana sukheshu vigata spraha vida raga bhaya krodha sthitatir muniruchyate. How do you control? Not controlling actually. Leaving your manas to wander in its own place without perturbing by the buddhi. Allow your buddhi to be very sharp and smart. Immediate action. And both should not trouble you with an internal conflict. That is what is exactly improving from an individual to an Atmiya Purusha. That is what is spiritual. That's what I said, physical, emotional. From emotional, you reach into spiritual. A spiritual person has no emotional feeling. He is not perturbed, he has feelings, but he can control it immediately. I have a book on emotional intelligence for corporate communications. I wrote when I taught in some graduate program in one of the colleges. So emotional intelligence is how do you balance this? Sthidaprajnavastha. That's a beautiful concept which is to be learned. The whole Bhagavad Gita describes on this emotional intelligence. My whole Bhagavad Gita sloka by sloka which I taught in America is available on YouTube. And emotional intelligence, manas buddhi conflict. You just go and Google, you will get some more explanations in the same line. I have briefly explained it. It's a beautiful topic which generally comes in my satsang, Maya satsang every week we have, in which many people will ask. Philosophers will ask entirely different, psychologists will ask entirely different, and logical people will ask entirely different. Answers could be different. Spectrum can be varying, but essence they will understand when you listen to this in this style for longer time. Good question. Yeah, wonderful.
Thanks.
Thank you. Only Hyderabad is active or what? I think they speak only on Google form. I've got many more Google forms. I can ask for filling up. You want another Google form? Or some more questions? I love questions actually because this statistics will tell me. I love statistics because that will tell you what sort of people are there. But sometime I have asked some conflicting questions so that I know who is bluffing. That's also done sometime in questionnaire. Right? Consistency, all that is tested in questionnaires. Yeah. There are a lot of people, 44 people around.
Sir, I have another question if no one does.
Yeah, sure. Welcome.
Even me too, sir. I also have one more question.
Yeah, welcome.
Ma'am, you can go first.
Yeah. Sir, the thing is that I had one student asked me a doubt about that.
Yeah.
Why we have to work for this society? If this society is filled with a lot of egoists and then they don't care for any others, and then he asked me a question when I was teaching this sanskar and all.
Yeah.
So I told him that maybe because of Krishna has told in Bhagavad Gita we have to do good things. Maybe by continuously doing good things, even the other person also there is a chance of changing his attitude.
Yeah.
So even I had like doubt, like even I see a lot of people in the society with a lot of egos, a lot of attitudes, and then they don't respond even if we do good also.
Yeah.
Like how it is, like how we have to take this.
There is a great one word sloka which I keep chanting myself. That is called Swayam Atma Nibandhanam Sukham. You must be happy inside you first. The conflict comes only when, assume somebody shows great ego. Have you seen Balasubramaniam talking to small children? You must see that. No, he appreciates so much, saying that, no, you are a great singer. How are you able to learn this? He is a person who has that ability, but he also appreciates somebody who has it. But I'm sure there will be plenty of people who are egoistic around our life. Should we focus on them or should I focus on to those people? See, now there are 42 people. Should I become upset that 40 people did not ask question, or should I become happy where Geeta asked a question, Vijayalakshmi asked a question? What gives me happiness is what I should look at. The world is so bad Should I look at all the drainages which is running, or should I look at the flower beside it? So it is for me to decide where should I look for, what gives me happiness, what gives me passion. I am not ignorant about what others are not doing, but let me do actions to lift them up. But let us not waste my time on that. I am only pushing to the door. I am not going to push on the wall. Wherever there is an opportunity to open, I will knock. Wherever there is no opportunity to knock, I will not. So assume that the culture of KL University is like this. Teachers are totally don't worried about the speaker. They don't ask questions because they keep on getting such invitation. They keep on attending lecture. Every buffalo is like that. All are useless. Why should I worry about that? That's a culture of the university, because that is how the university poses lot of, every day you will see 10 guest lectures. Understood? That you don't have to worry. Sometime there may be only 2 people attending. I am very happy. There was one lecture which I gave, only 6 people attended. In my satsang, there will be only 2 people sometime. I explain it with the same spirit what there are 1000 people also. You must see in Tokachu school I said 1500 people. There were sessions in 2000 when I was giving lecture, 25,000 people in one place. Another place they kept a projector and then projected to another screen, another 25,000. 50,000 people to listen to me in Cochin. Does it mean every day I will give 50,000 people lecture only? No. That doesn't matter. When, whatever we are doing. See, every day I am posting my video. At least one video will be there on different lectures. Wherever I am doing, whatever discussion I have, I post it. I also listen to my guru's closest friend who is giving a Vishnu Sahasranamam lecture. And that lecture I enjoy and I edit them. I do all the editing by myself. Video editing is also done by me. So I edit them because when I edit them, I will listen at least 2-3 times. Vishnu Sahasranamam, sloka by sloka, word by word, nama by nama, he is explaining. I am enjoying. But when I post, I will have 50 people average viewers. When his post, there is only 5. Should I become upset that he is a lower level person, I am a higher level person and I have more ego? No. He is very different level. Everybody cannot understand. So when you don't understand, you don't listen. When you don't understand, you don't ask questions. So it shows your level is low. So when you talk to, assume that you do a dance or a music, or maybe you are doing an art program, lakhs of people will come to see. But you give a lecture in mathematics, probably only 10 people will be there. Should I mean that I will also only do that job which attracts people? No. So number of people, don't worry. There is one person, that's what I said, Ramakrishna made only one Vivekananda. That's good enough. So will I be able to make a difference in one person? That is good enough. I don't have to worry about how the whole world is. The whole world may be different, I don't worry. When Pancha Pandavas, there was only 5. But other people had got hundreds. After the Mahabharata war, the hundreds became 0. After the Mahabharata war, Pandavas 5 were existing. So what does it say? Dharmam. When there is a conflict between dharma and adharma, adharma will always be in thrash. This Kaligala, this is Kaligala. In Kaligala, what happens is unwanted people will get projected. That doesn't matter. That will stay for some time only. During the position, they will show that I am very powerful. Can you see? I was deputy director in Prime Minister's office and Cabinet Secretariat. Not a small job, right? I left that and became 8th grade student's teacher. That time when I used to travel, I used to have a police driver, some escort. I don't have to carry my mobile phone. Call comes to him, he transfers to me, he gives me. Very lavish. I had a very lavish life. I left all that. Why did I leave it? Because that passion will not be what enjoys me. But when my student becomes like that, I feel so happy. I can create hundreds of such students into civil service, IAS, different universities. My students are studying in MIT. Is it not a great privilege? MIT interviews Dr. TPS to know what is my technique of teaching. So that is the privilege you should have. Not because of me, because of my student becomes a torchbearer of mine. That student goes and talks about me, and then somebody comes to me. So you can change one person, that's good enough. Don't worry about the propaganda, the ego. Understand, when you have that, you have somebody in front of you saying, yeah, these are all doesn't matter. That should be your way. You should have somebody with you as a role model which says that doesn't matter. That is why we have to look at the people like S.P. Balasubramaniam, who is so low, so genuine, and she is so great. Take such people as examples and role models in life. Then you will feel, yeah, they may be talking great, but nothing great inside. You will realize people. That's what I'm saying. That realization comes internally. Beautiful question. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Ma'am, you can go ahead.
Thank you, ma'am. Sir, this current generation, the students group that we have right now,
Yeah.
they do not understand the concept of failure, maybe because the parents or the schools have never taught them that there can be something called failure.
Yeah.
They only think that if I write, I should be successful or I will be successful.
Yeah.
There is no second thought or there is no second option of failure at all.
Yeah.
Now, if we are trying to get them aware at this stage where we are dealing with adolescents in the college, it becomes a big challenge to explain to them that failure is also a part of success and it is okay to fail,
Yeah.
provided you know how to win later.
Yeah.
This should be a learning for you. But we are not able to drive that across because the answers that I get from students when I talk to them is, from my childhood in school, my teacher told me, you cannot fail.
Yeah.
My mother told me, you should not fail.
Yeah.
My friends told me, you will not fail.
Yeah.
You are not born to fail at all.
Mm.
I have been brought up with that knowledge and now I am not able to mend myself and take your understanding today.
Yeah.
Maybe you are right in your learning, but I am not able to get it.
Yeah.
What should I do?
See, we have curriculum and non-curricular activities, co-curricular activities like sports.
Right.
Whenever you have a running competition, everybody doesn't win, right?
Correct.
Only one. The reason for co-curricular activities as part of education system is to equip them to accept failure. So you understand, somebody who is into such competitions will not have this problem at all. These buffaloes who don't,
Giving that sort of exposure today
That
in
is-
our educational standards.
no, that is because the system, I am sure it's going to change in the new education policy. At least I must have given 10 to 15 talks so far. The education system, if implemented perfectly, is going to throw away all these tuition centers. All these sort of parallel education system like corporate colleges, schools. People have to go to normal schools. And there was a system in which people are not failing, everybody was passing. That is the today's generation. I am sure the next generation is going to be a lot of failure. Because we have flexible system in colleges. If you fail in first year, get out of the college. You don't have to continue in second year. You come back when you think that you want to study really. In I remember when I go back to I'm from a small village, a very small village. Probably electricity came when I was doing my post-graduation. Telephone came when I was doing my PhD. Quite late. So I lived in a system where it was totally village life. I studied in a Malayalam medium, so my English is also not good because of that. I'm sure when I go back to my village, I have my classmates who are coming and telling me, hey, you are my classmate. Immediately my brother, who is 6 years elder than me, to him also the same person will say, we are classmates. So I ask a question, how can you be classmate for my age and my brother who is 6 years elder than me? He failed 6 classes. Third also he failed, fourth also he failed, fifth also he failed, sixth also he failed, seventh also he failed. Can you imagine today? Today everybody passes. When you are in KG, definitely you will reach PG. Because our evaluation system becomes so rascal. stupid fellows. I have to use all the bad words. Worse than this, whatever I can use, I should use it. Education system is just to give them certificates. I remember BTech fellows who are into best colleges, they come to my house and say, I'm an electrical engineer. You know what do? I give a screwdriver and ask them to open the switchboard. And they will say, sir, never I opened. I open it myself and then show them which is neutral, which is phase, which is how connections are given. I disconnect everything and ask them to connect. Sir, something happens. I said, maximum it will burn. Don't worry, I will replace it. I started when I was a small child, when electricity came, I started doing wiring in my house. So I have done my job. That is life learning. I am sure there may be thousands of bad fellows. Can your life produce at least 5 good students who understand this value of life? With hands working. You know, most of our great inventors and great leaders in this world, everybody used their hands for working. I am a good cook in my house. I do all my household activities. It is not that because I am so and so with a degree, I forget on the what is to be done on the ground. When you do many things, something will break, something will fail, you understand failure. I was thrown out of a school when I was an 8th grade student. Being the worst student, I was given a TC and asked to get out. But that doesn't mean, I am sure in the whole school, I was called there to give certificates for all A+ winners in +1, +2 as a guest, chief guest. So I keep saying, I represent myself as an example of failure in life. If you think you want to change, you can change. That is why we learn so many good examples in humanities. But what happens, that is also learned for writing examination, passing mark. Humanities are supposed to be taught with a feeling. Now today that feeling is not there, understanding is not there. I am not trying to find fault with the system. I am only trying to say that the teachers have become so useless. It's very evident from the classes. See, when somebody asks you, do you have any question? You don't have questions. Teachers don't have questions. Do you think the students will become good? That is the culture of the institution. I teach children. I told 8th class children I taught only one thing. Yesterday's YouTube discussions, but partly it's in Malayalam. So that discussion, you can see the children are saying, sir, you taught us only one thing, how to ask questions. That's good enough. If you ask your children to ask questions and that dialogue is open, I am sure children will come with a lot of questions. Now today classes are no questions. You start dumping something. That is the culture in which people have, you pass a BTech, you pass an MTech, you take a PhD. But when we ask questions, I have been executive director in engineering college. We ask questions to the PhD fellows who come for a lecturer's job. Simple question we ask, they don't know what is to be given as answer. So education has become only certificate giving and everybody gets certificate. Now this webinar is there. 3 days, 4 days you attend as a doll without at all involving. Still you will get an e-certificate saying that yeah, you learned value education. And that certificate you collect put in a file and then submit somewhere else for some promotion or maybe to show that you attended so many seminars. What is the use? Your knowledge is most important. That doesn't come. That is the value which teachers have. I am sure your students also. So that has been diluted by ages. I am sure when somebody asked me to talk about national education policy, I said nothing wrong in our policy. 1947, Radhakrishnan what in 1949 presented to UGC is fantastic. Nothing new there. If you read that and this, I have got one presentation which I did in one of the first South Indian college, CMS college. I made a presentation. Listen to that. I said nothing. And the other day I had got something for quality of teachers. This quality of teachers have to be improved. Every teacher has to write examination and prove. The students know that they know much better than the teachers. How do the students listen to the teachers? That is where the failure is. Teachers are not equipping themselves. It is not, I am not blaming teachers also. It is institutions which believes in certificates and papers, but not in the quality. That is where it is lacking. That has to change. That is why we have now segregating colleges in terms of research separate, administration separate, and academic separate, and project separate. Lot of interdisciplinary matches together. Flexible system where students can throw the first year and then say second year I don't want to study with you. They go to some other university and go. That is going to happen. I'm sure there will be a good revolution in education system. That will change, and that will make most of the teachers to lose their classes also, because there will be no options. They will say I don't want you as teacher because what you're teaching is not good. Unless teachers equip themselves, if this is implemented, I don't know how good it will implement, because the leaders, the so-called leaders in the academics are also polluted. That is why our first education policy, second education policy also had got the problem. If this gets implemented, Modi was very strong, education minister was very strong. So if this happens, I am sure it is going to make a lot of change. Children will become the happiest group, and they will get into job. Parallelly, they get a lot of job.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sir, with your permission, I'm leaving, sir. I have a meeting, sir.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Anybody else?
Yes, sir. This is Dr. Sinalini from Department of English. Good evening, sir.
KLH or KLU?
KL University.
So I am seeing at least one face from KL University. Anyway, I have not seen both universities. I am only virtually working.
Sir,
Yeah.
so nice to meet you on this virtual platform.
Yeah.
Actually, there were no questions because you spoke about abundant topics like spirituality, aspiration, self-satisfaction, education, and there is no area which you haven't touched at all. Okay, so I would like to ask you one question regarding students. Could you please advise on imposed discipline and self-discipline? What is the difference between, of course we know the difference, but how to discipline the students in a good way, adding values to life with human touch?
Yeah, I'll tell you, I give an assignment to somebody saying that this assignment you have to submit by tomorrow 3 o'clock. Sometime what happens is 3 o'clock when they come to your staff room, teacher is not there.
Sir.
You are indisciplined. So what are you propagating to them? See, I said 3 o'clock. At 3 o'clock I must be in so and so place just waiting for them to come. Your door must be open, you must be waiting. Assume when they come with the, I am not talking about you and me. Their normal tendency is, some teacher will say that you bring tomorrow. When they bring tomorrow, they will say not today, evening you give. And they will say tomorrow you give. So they have been hearing such people, looking at such people, they get tuned. Otherwise, I am 100% students are really good. I have implemented my system where I say, sometime I don't take, I have never taken attendance in any of my classes. What I do is, as soon as my class is over, I will tell them, these are the assignments. Now today's class attendance is over because I have already formed 2 forms I filled up. What is physically attending, you don't respond, what is the purpose of it? You understood? When somebody don't ask questions, assume I have given abundant knowledge, I am sure 100% there has to be more questions. That's not an explanation for not asking questions. So when I present something, immediately response. That response, if I don't receive, then people will stop responding. This have been the training from childhood onwards. We will tell them, see, from small childhood we will ask children, hey, wake up, beta, it's 7 o'clock, wake up. The mother will call the child, it is 7 o'clock, wake up. 100% the mother knows it is only 6 o'clock. Because the mother is telling 7 o'clock, so that if 7 o'clock the child has to wake up, 6 o'clock onwards you have to call them. 50% of the basic behavior pattern is from the home. Up to 6th, 7th age, how you are practicing a child, that difficult to change. 40% is with the satsang, with the teachers, parents, students, society. 10% is only self. So who is responsible for people not punctual? First, mother. I keep going to all the children when I talk, when I have, generally I will say ask your parents also to come and attend. I'll tell them, your mother is the first liar. Morning onwards, they will teach you how to lie. I am not blaming, because that is how they have been trained. The punctuality is not part of us. You go to America, you ask somebody 7 o'clock, you can come home. 6:45, I used to reach there, wait 15 minutes outside, because they gave 7 o'clock, you are supposed to enter 7 o'clock only. 6:58, if you enter, you are indisciplined. That is their culture, you know.
Yes.
And here what we say, let us see. 2 o'clock you put the class and say, let us see 5 minutes more, somebody will come. And why are they coming? You are coming for attendance. I will give you attendance only if you answer. The student understands, answer is given just for attendance. So they manipulate. So it's all our practices. I was teaching English in 1981. And I used to teach English in 7 different classrooms per day. 40 minutes each. I know by heart most of the textbooks which I have, because same subject you are teaching in different classes. Right? When I used to teach Macbeth and all, it was by heart to me. The Shakespearean language is by heart to me. I am sure Solitary Reaper is a common poetry which everyone has to learn. Behold her single in the field, yon solitary, hide and lass, singing and reaping by herself. I used to sing this in the corridor and then reach to the class. And students also used to get thrilled, you know. I taught Wren and Martin grammar textbook for BCom. Those days, BCom Wren and Martin grammar was a prescribed book. If the teacher is perfect, I am sure I can make my children to by heart learn all the 12 tenses. Only when the teacher is able to tell the 12 tenses. If I am not able to tell, how can I make my children to learn? So if I am disciplined, my children are disciplined. So how do I do? I take, I am taking, I have taken, I have been taking, I took, I was taking, I had taken, I had been taking, I shall take, I shall be taking, I shall have taken. Like this I will tell and then tell them, now you must tell. If not today, tomorrow you must tell. I will ask any one of you. It's all random selection. Everybody is ready. So I am sure teachers are the role models for every student. If you are a good teacher, they will look at you. Yeah, I want to be like him. Yadyada jaradi srashta tatta devetorochana sayat pramanam gurude logastadanuvartade. The logam, the people will follow you when yadyada you start practicing what you speak. That is lacking in most of the, that is common, that is where I don't. That's what I said, 20 years in government service, not even a single day late. Not even a single day, either for a griha pravesham or for a marriage or for a death. I skipped my office and then went for such functions. I will apply leave and go. You have discipline, I am sure you will propagate discipline. I don't care. That's it. Good. Good. Sunalini, right? Sunalini. Good. Yeah, something more? I think KL University is fond of filling up forms. Because...
Sir,
huh?
I have to ask a question, sir.
Yeah, good.
Sir, my name is Yug Mishra.
Yeah,
I am from KLEH Hyderabad.
good.
Sir, I have a question that in our society, everything is like we are time bound.
Yeah,
That whether we have to do masters, whether we have to do PhD, when we have to do job.
before that, after that you have to get married. Then after 1 year you get divorced. Otherwise after 1 year you produce a child, make him KG to PG.
Yes.
Yeah.
So difficult for even for our family members to make them understand that okay, this is our aspiration. We want to do this.
Yeah.
So there is no time. Like it should not be time bound.
Yeah.
We can do whenever we want to. So, like how we can convince them or how we can come out of this notion, because sometimes it is very difficult for us also. We also feel that okay, leave it. Let us do whatever we are doing, routine work. So this is a big issue.
Yoga Mishra, actually I was telling in the beginning, actually I want to give a lecture on role, goal, value, balancing.
Yes, sir.
My goal is to become a cinema actor. Say, I have seen somebody who got into Hindi film when he was 56-year-old.
Yes.
And he was explaining, I asked him why did I am into film. So I am very close to most of the film peoples, no? So I asked him, why did you become so late in entry? He said, when he was young, he wanted to get into films. Those days, film was a bad field, sort of a feeling for their parents. So mother said, if you go to film, I will commit suicide. So he was waiting for his mother to die to get into film.
Yes.
Understood? That is where I have a goal, I have a role. My role as a son, my role as a parent, my role as a husband, my role as many. Balancing is what is life. Very difficult question. Yoga Mishra, you asked the real good question. Why we are surrendering our value most of the time? That is not because we don't have value. We surrender it for some other purpose. And that some other purpose. Actually, Dharmaputra don't want to surrender his value. But then, he surrendered his value for the winning of the war. And he became so depressed. You know, the most depressed situation was when Kunti asked Dharmaputra, when he was doing the rites for the dead people, he was asked to do right for Karna also. Then Kunti asked, why should I do this ritual for this enemy, who is not even a Kshatriya, who is a Sutaputra? Then Kunti said, it is your eldest brother. You know, the whole Mahabharata war was between, actually, Karna was not part of Duryodhana, there would not have been a war. Their best enemy was Karna. Can you imagine your own elder brother becomes an enemy just because a value which Kunti dissolved her inside. So sometimes hiding was part of our Bharatiya Shastra to achieve a goal. Why Kunti did not tell? There is a reason. Correct? So sometimes role, goal, values are all our mythology is to teach us how to role, goal, value.
Yes, sir.
When Shiva has got a smaller child and a bigger child. No, you have Ganesha and Kartikeya. To Kartikeya, he gave a peacock. He himself took a bullock. And his wife got a
Lion.
You can imagine. And what is the Ganesha has?
Lion.
Mouse. And what Shiva has on top? Snake. Mouse, snake, peacock, bullock, all of them are enemy. It's like a zoo. You understood? There are a lot of competitions between. There were fight between Shiva and Parvati.
Yes.
There were a lot of fight between Kartikeya and Ganesha. All these are taught to us to tell that we must know how to convince our parents. Convincing parents in the right word, that is what you should have. It is not your desire which is to be compromised. Your skill for convincing your parents is not very strong. And what you do is you find fault with your parents. Every time, not even today generation, traditional generations also, if there was a Bhishma Pitamaha who could convince his parents, I don't want to get married, actually he would have got married, his children would have become rulers, right? So he has left his role, uncompromised value, and his goal he achieved. You understood?
Yes, sir.
So take all the best lessons from our mythology. That is why I said you are socially strong, you are spiritually strong, emotional, intellectual, all that will become nothing. Parents will emotionally try to blackmail you
Yes, sir.
because their tradition was that. But do you have that emotional control to tell that no, what I am doing is right? When I left the Department of Space to join in my university in Kerala to become an academic staff college director, 2005, 15 years back, I became UGC's academic staff college director, funded by UGC. When I became that, my eldest brother said, no, you are leaving, because he has seen my posh office. In Government of India, my office is as huge as maybe a 50 feet by 50 feet room. Right? He has seen that. He was telling, when you go to university, you get such a stupid place. Why do you want to leave this to go there? I said, I want to change the teachers. He said, teachers won't change, yeah. Why are you spending? But after 2 years, he said, yeah, you have done great wonder there. So sometimes they may not get convinced in the beginning, but you show, yeah, I can do it. That ability you have, that will you have, that determination you have, if that determination is there, you feel as a failure. And that is why they will tell you. I am sure if you are able to convince your parents, if you have that ability, that attitude, that skill, opportunities, aspirations are never a barrier. We have seen people. And even if you get married, after getting married, don't you think you cannot? I did my LLB, I did my MBA, I did my MS, I invest a lot of time in teaching. After getting married, I have got children also. But that doesn't stop me wandering around giving lectures, thousands every. No, sometime I'll take my wife and children also with me. Then they were in. And that's a great opportunity, right?
Yes.
So I'm sure that is where you have to balance. Role, goal, value, balance. There are few lectures of mine. On YouTube you can see. But the essence is this, what I want to tell. Sometimes I used to ask them to fill up role, goal, values. How do you balance them? I'm sure if you have determination, perspiration, if you have, I'm sure you can do that. I wish Yoga Mishra has got that name Yoga. Joining to God. And Parishrama is also there. I'm sure you can get it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
God bless you. Yeah, we have few more minutes. Shall I give you one more form? Assume. Yeah, I've got many. This business of talk is not new to me. So I am into this for long years, right? So you tell me how many you want. I can just pump it. I'll give you one more. Yeah, pick it up. This is actually on universal human values.
Sir, I have a question, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, actually, brain is also thinking, and the same time, subconscious mind also thinking. And
Yeah.
both are in thinking ability same or are different. Sometimes we are in a position to choose whatever the subconscious mind insists, or sometimes whatever the brain insists, whether we don't know which is actually right, and yeah, of course.
Actually, I did not get your name. Sharavanan?
Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir.
Can I see you?
Sir, actually, yeah.
It shows 5G. You have
Kerala.
5G connection or what?
Wi-Fi.
Okay, it shows 5G
Could
Sharavanan.
you see me, sir?
It's all controlled by Shivanagaya, I think. Seeing or not seeing, yeah. Yeah, it's okay.
Are you able to see me, sir?
I am not able to see. I am only seeing a 5G Yeah, it's okay. Let me reframe your question actually. See, subconscious and conscious mind, actually there is no difference. The difference is like a RAM and ROM. But sometimes RAM can be allotted to ROM, ROM can be allotted to RAM in case of human being. What we have, the temporary mind in which we start interacting, which is controlling our indriya, is called the mind, which have thought process. There is a flow of thoughts. Indriyas are all controlled by manas. So when you are listening to me, actually what I am speaking is what is in your manas. That is the superficial mind when we say the thoughts. What is subconscious? Now I will just pick up your subconscious mind into active mind, just like that I will tell you. Masala vada. I just told masala vada. Where was masala vada? Was it there in your mind or in the subconscious mind? It was masala.
Actually, net disconnected, sir, for a while.
Yeah. So when I say masala vada, immediately from the inner core of your mind, that which is called the subconscious mind, the masala vada came to your superficial mind, the external mind, which interact with the indriyas. Actually it is in the subconscious mind, masala vada. What happens is, when you heard masala vada name, you have a picture of masala vada in you. That picture of masala vada came to you when it came to your indriya level. So when we say mind, it is what interact with the indriyas. Subconscious mind is what is inside where the storage. So lot of things are getting stored, which you may not interact. Assume that you are traveling in a vehicle and you are looking for a medical shop. You will see medical shops only because your manas is focusing there. But then after buying some item from the medical shop, immediately you want to have a chai. You will remember the tea shop which you have seen in between the medical shops, which was not in your mind, but it was already imprinted in your subconscious mind. Or maybe that day when you go to sleep at night, it will come in your dream, you are having a tea in that shop which was in your subconscious mind. Because you must have thought about having tea which you have not had, the subconscious mind will become active. So between conscious and subconscious there is only a small difference. The conscious mind is always interacting with the society, public, material world. Subconscious mind is talking to you internally, to the Atma. Sometime it will react to the brain, sometime it will talk to the manas, sometime it will talk to Atma. If nothing happens, it will come back to you while sleeping. May come today or it may come in some other time, which may have an image which may not be clear. That's the only difference. Conscious mind is full of interaction with the indriyas. That's the basic difference. So I have already shared the. Is it okay, Sharavanan?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. I already shared one question. I think few people started already filling up. Yeah, KL University is very good in filling up forms because every day you fill up forms. This filling up form shows either I am a bad teacher or maybe people did not listen to this, they did not attend because some of the questions are exactly what I said in the class. So it was just to test my ability of communication, also to test how much knowledge is being grabbed by listening. So now I understand why questions are not there. That's because they were only sitting, not listening. Yeah.
And sir, we have become part of that same kind of system that you were discussing earlier also.
Yeah. I know.
We have become part of that system.
Correct. Yeah, I'm true. See, that's why I'm seriously thinking what to do. Yeah, I got sufficient enough. That this was actually to test. I never wanted to give this, but this is given. Just I made parallelly, so that I know I can test. So it was only to make something to check. Yeah, how good concepts have been conveyed to you. Yeah. Somebody came. Bipin Chandra Pant. I am seeing Bipin Chandra Pant fully now. Somebody actually did a restructuring of the screen display. I think earlier somebody was displaying their screen. Yeah. Now Vijay Lakshmi is seen fully. Bipin Chandra is also there. Bipin Chandra, you have any question?
Sir, nice listening to you, sir. I recently joined in the department of hotel management.
Oh, you have a hotel management also?
Sir,
I was teaching hotel management students in 2000, 2002, Hyderabad and Kerala. I'm a good cook.
Right. Okay, I was listening to you, sir, from last more than 2 hours.
Yeah.
You already combined all those things from the spiritual part, also natural part, and culture. This is the diversity of India you already covered.
Yeah.
Showing your diversity, not only in the education, in the various experts also.
Yeah.
So we hope that you continue listening from your side also.
Bipin Chandra, where are you from?
Sir, I belong from Uttarakhand.
Yeah, that's a beautiful place.
Right, sir.
Hamirpur. I went to Hamirpur.
Right, sir.
Yeah. You
I
have
joined it. Sure, sir.
you have an NIT in Hamirpur.
Sir?
NIT Hamirpur.
All right, sir. Yes.
All those places I used to go.
Right, sir.
Yeah.
That is showing from your experiences and your all those, knowledge you are sharing to us.
Tell me. So what did you learn today?
Sir, actually, I'm telling one thing. Because what you are talking about this education system, what is our responsibility for the society also.
Yeah.
A little bit we are also adding on this point also when we are talking about the empathy and some sympathy part also. These words just they are very good to listen also, but you know very well when you are talking about these things also. You are also worried about those things also should be practices. So little bit if you are talking about these values also, so in our education system, apart from that we are talking about corporate social responsibility, or as an institute, what is our responsibility for the nearby villages, not only the particular department, other department also, what we can do for the upliftment of the society of nearby areas, at least as an education system.
I will tell you an example. I'll tell from my own experience. We have got JNTU. I think the earlier chief minister was from that place.
Not issue, sir. Yes, carry on. Sir.
In that place, when I went for a 3 days workshop for recruitment training program.
Right, sir.
First time, the university started 60 students in the senior. I think 37 of them got a placement after my recruitment training.
Right.
I was almost 20 years back. So
Right, sir.
I was staying in the guest house. Next day morning, I went for a walk. I saw a small government school. There were only 4 students and 7 teachers. Government schools were so bad state. So whatever money I got honorarium, I called a small students group and then told them, let us revamp this school.
So nice of you, sir.
The whole money I gave, the 4 children were given uniform, shoes, everything. That day itself we went and purchased. Next day morning, 3 days workshop. Second day morning, these engineering college students were asked to go there and then teach them. And that school today has got 420 children.
Sir.
I went to Hamirpur, NIT, just now what I mentioned.
Sir.
You know Hamirpur, NIT, soon after that there is a basti outside. So pathetic state. I was the chief guest for Tech Fest. So I went one day early.
Right, sir.
I went to the colony. From the satellite, I am from a satellite image processing man. My subject is image processing.
Okay, sir.
So when I take pictures, I know what is there on the ground. So I used to study about the place before go. So I studied, I know that there is a small basti there. I told these children, let us go to that evening. I took few children and went there. I asked the people, ये compound wall के अंदर क्या है? You know उन्होंने क्या बोला? Sir, jail है साहब. Because they have seen somebody standing there like a policeman who is a guard. Just beside the wall, they don't know what is there. That is our Indian system. And I asked them, I called all the children and asked them, do you want to see inside that? He said, thrilled, they wanted to see.
Sir.
So I took them to the university, NIT. And then showed them the seminar hall.
Right.
They were thinking it's a cinema hall. Because they never seen a seminar hall in their life. And I had all the children, everybody standing together. We had some games. And then I asked somebody to take a group picture. Every student was saluting like this. I asked, why are you saluting? In their life, only 2 times picture is taken. One Independence Day and Republic Day. Out of that, I asked these NIT children, you start teaching those basti people. After 4 o'clock, the class is over. They don't have IIT coaching, no engineering coaching, no medical coaching. But you can teach them.
It's a great effort, sir. Great.
After 3 years, 2 of them become IITians, 1 of them become NIT from that basti.
That's a real humility, sir.
It is not institutional corporate social responsibility. I think it's all individual. You plan something.
Yes. That's what I'm saying, sir. Yes.
Yeah.
All individual. This is all responsibility.
It's all individual responsibility. Institution do it because they get some tax benefit, they can show, they can publicize, they can make a PowerPoint. No.
Individual as a responsible person, citizen.
I have got a Shiksha holiday program which I was running in Hyderabad where I used to feed them. We used to make a nice Rumali roti in the house
Sir.
and feed all of them in my house. I make a nice biryani. All that is made, make them eat. We had such groups because I enjoy teaching. So when I do that, one day I said, let us go to the basti and then find out what we can do. Then we went to some basti and started teaching. Immediately, the children asked, who is paying you? Because they think everybody teaches only when somebody pays them. And it is hard to believe for the children that somebody does it as an individual social responsibility. I'm sure the society may not accept you, but you derive the pleasure, that is enough. That benefits you.
That's why my worry. That's why I'm sharing to you also. And we say that who will do that? We are the responsible citizen. We say that we are so responsible for society. What responsibility I am accepting for the society? Nothing. What I am doing? I am not doing for the society anything. Is life? What I am spending my life only for the teaching? No. That's why my worry is. As right I am listening to you also, and also I meet to you also, sir. I said some thought to you also.
Most-
I recently joined the department of hotel management. Basically, my background is the tourism management. My doctorate is in tourism management.
Okay.
From Kumar University, Central University.
Good.
So my research area was the primary database for Uttarakhand. How to promote all the new types of tourism in one district of Uttarakhand district.
I am a traveler. I keep traveling. I used to drive across Brahmaputra, travel to Himachal Pradesh. I finished my Kailash Parikrama.
Right.
I am a traveler, basically a traveler.
Right, sir. Traveler think more, sir.
Yeah, we pick up wherever we go. We have to pick up something and somewhere. So
You are
that's
saying you are observing. You are becoming as a participant and not participant observer.
that's life. That is life. For me, LIFE, life. is live in full enjoyment.
Yeah, definitely.
What is life? Live in full enjoyment. Learn in full enjoyment. Learning is an investment for future earning.
Definitely.
So start investing in your learning and start enjoying. That enjoyment is your return gift.
Yes, sir. I also feel that if you are doing something for society, that's my investment.
Bipin Chandra, you made my day. That's good enough.
Yes, sir. Sir, you make my day, sir. I was really waiting for you, sir. Just see that I will not disturb you, sir. Sir, just him finish. I need only 5 or 10 minutes to talk to him also. Later I will discuss when I will interact with him.
My telephone number is also already there on my log, or type in, don't forget Dr. TPS.
Okay.
DRTPS. Top police service.
Yes. I just click the snapshot. The number is with me now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Right?
Definitely, sir, nice talking with you, sir. And I hope that you will also make some types of experience, or you can say this is numbers of pools of experiences and knowledge you have. Just you share with the faculty also. And we also hope my colleague also. Please, if we are listening him properly, so something you just contribute for the society also. Because I would like to be with you. Because otherwise the sympathy is nothing, only seeing only. Nobody is empathize, nobody sympathize. Bas.
I remember I went to one of the hotel management college. The director asked me how to prepare these children for 16 hours continuous.
Yes, sir. That's the part of life, man. We are just sharing to you.
No,
But
what-
nowadays it's just in front of us. We are teaching them everything, but they are not sympathized. No empathy.
See,
They don't know.
hotel management is such a place where sometimes your duty time cannot be 8 hours, because generally there can be a huge rush and everybody has to put on double duty. Sometimes 24 hours non-stop because there is huge rush. All on a sudden it can happen. Medical science and hotel, that is where service cannot be stopped. So the director asked me, how do you prepare them? I said, I started my lecture at 9:30. I told them I will finish only tomorrow 9:30. 24 hours I will continue. That was my first 24 hours lecture. That was in a hotel. So I asked all the clocks to be removed, asked all of them to remove their watches. Nobody has a time tag. So it continued. And after 12 o'clock midnight, I told them, it's 5:30, you can go home. When they went out, though it's so dark, I said, yeah, you didn't know how much time I was with you. Now you cannot go back home, come back. From the office to every house, there was message going, your children will not come today because there is a special guest who came. We decided to continue our class for 24 hours. After all that batchmates got job. When I went to Dubai, I met 5 of them working in an office, in a hotel there.
Yes, everybody is running, but where they are going, I don't know, sir. In the life, they are running. When they will stop, don't know.
You must make them fit. That's what is to our job. If that is done, we feel happy. Yeah, that's enough. Good job. All the best. Oh, I never knew that KL has got a hotel management.
Sir?
Okay, thank you.
Good.
So, I think we will start tomorrow also.
Yeah, I'm sure you are going to have a series of good lectures who will make your life much more simpler. Actually, I must have troubled many of you by asking a lot of forms and pushing you for asking questions. So,
Sir, but when I interact with someone, at the same time I raise the question. I not going through any notes like this also. Because what happens, we already seen a lots of things also. But some problem we have, whom you share. If I get the person like you, then share, okay, he near to me, okay, sir, throw everything over there.
Anytime, welcome.
Okay.
That's nice talking to you.
Thank you, Professor Bipin, for your interaction and also clarifying a good number of doubts. So, as it's the time that we are about to leave, so let me give my concluding remarks. First of all, let me offer a sincere thanks to the resource person of the day, Professor
TPS sir accepting the invitation, as I told you in the beginning, that despite his busy schedule, he requested our invitation, and we thank him wholeheartedly on behalf of the Academic Staff College and also personally from my head, because I'm too small, but at the same time I got an opportunity of disturbing his schedule when and how Academic Staff College requires. But however, for the betterment of the faculty, sir, it is somehow we are touching you.
It's a great opportunity, and I must thank Shivanagaya for this. I'm sure it's your initiative. Thanks a lot.
Thank you,
Thank you.
sir, and
Okay, thank you, brother. Bye, sir.
special thanks to all the participants also, having been with us
Yeah,
since
got-
2 o'clock and actively listening, and also giving your, good feedback.
I will share all that nice diagrams. I will share with you, Shivanagaya.
And it's really very, very wonderful, sir, and to invite you and to listen to you.
Thank you.
So I should not speak much about it because after cyclone ends, there should be no small rain like my voice. So let me stop here and
Kind of you.
please take rest.
Kind of.
And also
Thank
I
you.
thank the participants for staying, and tomorrow by usual 2 o'clock we will meet back.
See you all.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
It's holiday.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.